Coming up today on This Is True Really News, Tony has a painful spleen.
Where's my spleen?
It's on your right, under your right rib. No, left ribs. Well, it depends. It could be a
Sure. I'd had my spleen hurts, and then it went for my heart. What?
No, the spleens can wander, which is really interesting. When the ligaments attached to it stretch, it can move. And it's called wandering spleen. You can look it up.
I could. I'm certainly not going to.
I'm starting over. Today on This Is True Really News, we ask the question, has Tony's spleen stopped wandering yet? If you like wandering spleens,
that would explain certain feelings at times.
We like wandering spleens. Please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. If you have, if you want to leave a comment or take us to task, just do that right where you find us, wherever, whether you're on YouTube or any of the other platforms. Just leave it there. We'll get the notice. And if you have something longer or you want to send us a story or a picture or something like that, just send it to TITR@netradio.network.
And thank you for your support.
That's right, even if your spleen is one.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Verkinnes. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
Wonder, wonder, wonder.
In Australia, it's called a walkabout spleen.
Who wrote the books of spleen? Yes, we're allowed to do all of this without parental supervision. There are no adults in the room. On the frozen edge of the world, this isn't really, it's weird, but it's not. Staying in practice as a professional musician takes some grit and ingenuity. Remember the ingenuity part? Well, the grit too. Natalie Payne is a French horn player in New Zealand's Navy.
Now, does it mean she is French and she plays a horn?
No, it means she's Australian and plays a French horn.
Got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Since October, she has been among the 21 military members stationed in Antarctica. They support the scientists there.
They send horn players to Antarctica? Or
they send soldiers to Antarctica.
Oh.
She just plays the horn. She studied music at university, but as a child, her dream was always to go to Antarctica, which immediately seems worrisome in my head. But there her melodies, I love this line, there her melodies drift across the frozen Ross Sea from perhaps the most remote practice room on Earth. Wait for it. So she wants to go to Australia. She's from Adelaide.
Okay.
She wants to go to Antarctica, which is at the very south end of an earthbound world.
Yeah.
So she's leaving nice, dry, warm, okay, that might be wrong, dry, hot Adelaide.
There we go.
To go to a dry, wet, cold, freezing place.
Dry, wet, cold?
I don't know.
It's going to be dry.
But instead, she studied university music.
Okay.
Joined the Navy. Years later, she learned that members of the military go there to support the scientific staff. So it took her 4 years, but she got there in October. She is a communications operator, which is a busy thing when they're keeping track of all the different, so
absolutely.
Sometimes you're talking with people who haven't talked to anyone for weeks. So that's
good luck. And I have a hangnail.
And I yelled at this kid to get off of my snow. It was a penguin.
It was very weird.
Wait, are penguins in Antarctica?
Yeah, penguin flippered me off.
There you go. So in whatever time she can find, she squeezes in scales and mouth exercises, going to great lengths not to disturb others on round-the-clock shifts. She's a horn player.
Mouth exercises.
That means slipping out of the main base so as not to, disturb the other folks who are working.
I'll bet she's the best kisser on the continent.
She goes to a remote practice room. It's a hut built in 1957 by Edmund Hillary. That's where she practices. You're just an evil being. New Zealand's Navy doesn't have records of another military musician being there, so she's probably the first. I'm not sure that's a title you want. It's kind of like, hey, you led the league in strikeouts. Her presence, though, has delighted the folks at Scot Base, as she has provided live music for ceremonies like the changing of the flag instead of the usual tunes coming out of a speaker.
Yeah.
I do have to wear ski gloves with double layers, hand warmers too, but my fingers still get cold to hold on to the instrument. Payne is, however, likely one of the few musicians to perform a solo Antarctic concert in minus 21 degrees Celsius weather.
On a French horn.
Well, actually, she plays a trumpet.
I thought you said it was a French horn.
Well, yeah, but for this thing.
She can play both?
Here.
She's ambidextrous.
Let me go back.
Okay.
She's in Antarctica. What can't you do with it? Would you say lick a metal pole if you're in Antarctica?
No, I wouldn't say lick
why?
a metal pole. Why?
Metal.
Because, yeah.
Things freeze fast there. So that was one of the dilemmas. We're back to ingenuity. She needed something hardy, lighter than a brass French horn, and less likely to freeze to her hands. These are all worthy. Those are most often metal, right?
No, they're plastic. I've got some.
Okay. Sure, you're going to put plastic out there in sub-zero temperatures. That'll work.
First time you touch it, it'll just shatter.
The winner was called I don't know if it's a J. It's a small J, capital H-O-R-N. Jhorn?
Okay.
Or a J-horn, either way.
Yeah.
He said it's designed to be a beginner brass instrument for kids. So it's very compact, very light plastic, amazingly durable, and nowhere near as much maintenance is required.
I've seen those. They're very interesting. Yeah.
I think I had those as a kid. They were like 29 cents. And no, that's probably
that's a different thing. Because that was just a kazoo with keys on it.
The sentence that was weird is she's likely one of the few musicians to perform a solo Antarctic concert in minus 21 degrees Celsius. That'd be minus 6 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Sweetie. The only thing that sets you apart from most high school students in Minnesota, the Antarctic part.
Yeah. I got news for you.
Because you watch the U of M marching band, they're out there, it's ugly. And
some of those days.
I'm thinking the trumpet players, you know how they normally hold their trumpets like this?
Yeah.
I'm thinking some of the days they can't. Because when they played, that's where it stayed till the end of the show, and they got somewhere warm where things could melt.
Please.
What? Take her inside.
Run her head under warm water. From MSN, a man took a bus for a joyride.
Huh.
But lest you think anyone was discomforted at all, he kept picking up passengers.
Attaboy.
At first, none of the passengers on the bus noticed anything eventful during their evening journey, but then they realized the bus was diverting from its usual route. The person controlling their bus was not actually a bus driver. In fact, the 36-year-old man driving the bus around Hamilton, Ontario. Canada has always attracted the wrong kind of person.
But most of them go into politics.
Had stolen the vehicle for what police described as a joyride, entering the bus while the real driver had pulled into a bus terminal and exited for a short break. Our guy drove away with the passengers still on board. Luckily for the passengers on board, the thief seemed to have no interest in making a quick getaway. Instead, he continued to drive in the Hamilton mountain area, making stops to allow passengers to alight and board the bus. And even making one customer pay in coins after noticing their bus pass had expired.
It's one thing they would never do to you in Antarctica.
Nobody really thought anything of it until they noticed that the route the driver was taking wasn't the scheduled route. It wasn't one they'd take every day, at which point they confronted him. Hamilton Police Service spokesman Trevor McKenna said in an interview, also added, I should say, that there were about 10 passengers on the bus at any given time. He ended up going
like a Minnesota bus.
Yeah, he ended up going down a side street, and one of the passengers actually had to provide directions. This isn't a typical day in Hamilton. The man of no fixed address was charged with offenses including theft, obstructing police, and driving while prohibited. Police are continuing to investigate, but have not named the individual who has already appeared in court, as there could be, quote, a mental health component to this.
I'd name him Bill.
Or Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff the bus purloiner.
Ed.
The bus purloiner.
Ed would be good.
The bus purloiner.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it's just the thing that goes along with it. Ed, the bus purloiner.
Nope, then it would have to be Clark.
Clark, the bus purloiner. I'm there.
Right there it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a good one.
We're going back to what? It's been a rough night. Leave me alone.
I guess it has been. Been a rough day too, based on the.
It was December 3rd. What?
Based on the phone call I got earlier.
This whole couple of days here has been just a treat. December 13th, 2023. A family in Arlington, Virginia sits down to dinner. Do you have a Ring doorbell? Not a doorbell that rings.
No, I don't.
Okay. They did.
Oh, good.
Because they got an alert. According to the WUSA report that said someone's at the door.
Somebody's at the door.
As would always happen, the woman got the alert, told her husband. There's a guy, he didn't ring the bell. He's just standing there, and he's in a gingerbread man costume.
It's your brother again, honey.
Hey, it was December, okay?
All right, I get it. Was he
The
missing a leg?
husband? The husband called the police non-emergency line. How do you know he? Have you not watched Shrek?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, just really? Anyway, he called the non-emergency line to report the creepy but sometimes very tasty visit. And about an hour later, another neighbor, Lindsay Churchill, spotted the gingerbread man. She said, all of a sudden, my dogs were going crazy, and there was a giant blow-up gingerbread man costume out on the sidewalk. Maybe he's Antifa.
There we go.
Same. We kind of locked eyes for a moment, and the
Be
gingerbread
better if
man
he was
went
a
on
straw
his way.
man.
It was not holly or jolly.
Oh, no.
So I'm guessing, maybe Edward.
There we
go.
go. There.
I like old names. Police never actually caught up with Gingerbread Boy, who has not been identified. I'm sure that was high on the list of things to do.
That actually sounds like something from what I'm about to do next.
Dunk?
Flathead Beacon Police Blotter.
Hello.
1:39 a.m. A man?
No, these people would report a real gingerbread man was at their front door.
Right, that's also true. 1:39 a.m. A man and a woman wearing dark clothes were looking at the pumpkins in a suspicious manner. Maybe there should be a law, suspicious pumpkin circumstances.
Didn't Elvis do a song about that?
Yeah, probably. Either that or me.
Nope, but I'm pretty sure you're going to.
Well, we'll see. 7:17 a.m.
I was betting, man.
A resident who accidentally called 911 said she was in nursing home prison
How do you accidentally call 911?
and announced that you're in a nursing home prison.
Yeah. This seems like a
She's
setup,
stuck in the
lady.
bathroom. 9:46 a.m. Pumpkin robbery was reported.
So those people looking weirdly at the pumpkins?
That's what I'm guessing. Who else could it be?
Well, anyone, really.
1:14 p.m. A motorist who parked in front of a residence received a note on her car that said, "Park like an a-hole. Get an expletive permit along with some egg residue." The suspect denied the incident to law enforcement, but freely offered information about the note while telling authorities to get off their property.
Hey, you, officer, get off of my lawn.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything, but,
Here's
they
how it
parked
could
like
have
an a-hole. 4:05 p.m. Parties involved in a situationship
I don't know what those are.
got into an argument that involved bear spray
You know what those
deployment. Well,
Bear spray?
deployment, yes. So
That's nasty stuff.
I think situationship must be very close to the frenemy kind of deal.
More closer, yes.
4:15 p.m. A nurse did not appreciate his patient calling him a distasteful word for a woman's genitalia. And that warrants a call to the police.
Well, not only are we a stupid species, we're a little touchy.
Yeah, 4:22 p.m. Someone was sitting on a suitcase and enjoying a package of muffins.
Well,
Suspicious muffin circumstances, I'm telling you.
You let one go, and pretty soon...
Maybe it could be suspicious foodstuff circumstances.
Sure.
And finally,
Thank you, Jesus.
8:06 p.m., a bird caretaker returned with the wrong bird.
Uh-oh. Is that like when Fluffy died and we had to go find another rabbit?
There's going to be fines and suspensions.
Of course there will be. I'm guessing firings and beheadings and...
Oh, yeah.
It was, after all, a bird.
All the usual stuff.
Yep. Can't let that go. Of course, in this day and age, you can't let anything go, so...
Much like one of these endings.
Never ends.
Never
We
does.
just keep going.
Absolutely.
Sooner or later, we just stop recording.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.